Hello, friends. This is Gary from Faith on the Farm, where we have stories from the soil, lessons for the soul. I'm out here today and I'm checking on the sheep, and I got to move them to a new pasture, so I'm going to call on them, and you can watch them as they start running when they hear me. There they are. Now watch them when I call them, how they come running. Bah! Bah! Here they come. You can see how much they trust me, that they're going to come all the way up here. Some will even come right up to me. I'm going to sit down and we call this bucket time, and I'm going to sit down and just watch them. How you have them come right up to me. Hi, how are you doing today? You want to come on, come here. Come here. Look, I can pet them. Oh, yes, you are sweet. Look at that. You know I have a treat probably for you, huh? And you're all going to just come up here. You notice that how some they almost knock me over here. You know how some of them don't trust, but the others do trust? In John chapter 10, verse 14, Jesus says, I am the good shepherd. I know my sheep, and my sheep know me. And even further on down in that chapter, he talks about listening to the voice of God. And you really think about this is how do we listen to the voice of God? We know that what God's going to do, because it even says that in that chapter, that he has come that we might have life to the fullest. And so God wants to lead us to a beautiful life. It doesn't mean that things will always go well, things are going to go perfect, but it means that in the end, that God has a purpose, and that he is going to give us life, and he's going to bless our life, and we can trust in his voice. And so you say, well, how do we trust in his voice? Well, God speaks to us a number of ways, but we know he speaks to us through his scriptures. So we've got to be in the scriptures, and we've got to be studying those scriptures, because they're going to teach us and lead us to life to the fullest. We also got to listen to some of our godly friends. You know, they speak to us. God speaks through them sometime, and we hear his voice through them. And then there's even sometimes, I think that God works in our mind. And I think the Spirit of God is working in our mind sometime. And we just got to make sure it matches up with what the scriptures say, but sometimes God will lead us that way. And so, you know, I hope today that you put your trust in him. I became a Christian probably 50 years ago. And it has led me to some tremendous things. And God is always at work in my life. And I just am thankful that somebody shared the gospel with me, that somebody shared that I can put my trust in him. And so I want to encourage you today, put your trust in God, listen to his voice. It is the best thing for you. And then there is a reward, eternal reward for you, because Jesus laid down his life for us. Hey, that's it from Faith on the Farm. I hope you enjoyed it today. And hey, God bless you, and God touch your lives.